Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sunday stream. And, as always, with me, of course, is my Canadian co-host, Mr. Sim.
Hello and welcome everyone to the Not So Morning Show.
And we, of course, this time we have a returning special guest,
Ooh.
Crager.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. It's so good to see you. And it is kind of afternoon, so I appreciate it. I'm here in California, so it's nice to be able to start later in the day and not at the ass crack of dawn.
Yeah. Normally I was gonna set these things up for like 11, but the bed was just too much calling my name. I couldn't get out of bed. And you had said about doing it the later the better, so I was like, well, I'll just put it off.
Oh, that's perfect too. Like it allows me to get some things done and kind of wake up for my morning from my night, and just kind of join the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. So today I am actually blaming myself, not Sim, for the lateness.
Well, that's a change.
Huh?
I think the only reason you can't put the blame on me is because I was already streaming before the show.
Oh, okay. That makes sense now.
You can't blame me. I was already streaming.
I could still blame you. I could be like, well, Sim had to go stream on somebody else's channel instead of being here with me.
Here, someone did wake me up. Why does he have to live in Canada? It should be my neighbor to wake me up.
Yeah, you should just be coming over and rolling me out of bed.
That's how it works in West Virginia. Like sometimes your neighbor just comes and knocks on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd probably do it Method Man style, like in How High. Just come next to you with a big speaker with do has.
Nice. That's so awesome.
Dude, I did that to one of my friends one day. Was with the song "Wake Up."
Oh, okay.
Wake up, dude! I fucking put that like I have a Harman Kardon sound system, and he was sleeping in my living room, so you can imagine how loud that was.
Oh my god! Did he get up?
Oh, you got up to see that you had my voice singing the song next to his head. Wake up.
My god! That's so terrible. Oh my god.
After an hour of trying to wake you up when it's 3 p.m. in the afternoon, wake up.
Oh yeah. It's time to get up. Yeah. You can't be doing that. That's too much. That's too much. Too much.
We got Mr. Ace in the house. Hail, Ace.
Hail.
Soul says, welcome to a Sunday special where we celebrate Hammer passing 10K and discuss other topics like Canadian stereotypes and Vinny's crush on Bellator. Hey, Chris, Sam, Jason, and chat.
Nice. Hail.
Yeah, I did comment on Vinny's first video about Bellator because he was talking about that OnlyFans scenario, and I said that we're getting closer and closer to him doing that twerking video. Him going and starting up an OnlyFans.
That's amazing. It's all about twerk videos.
He's doing the same thing to you now. He's saying that you're supposed to be doing it now too.
I will. I'll do my best. If we can get to 15K, I'll twerk and wear a tutu. A pink tutu. So I don't care. I'll debase myself. I always told somebody that, that old question of if somebody gave you like $1 billion, would you like blow a guy live on TV? Yeah, with a fucking smile on my face. Are you fucking kidding me? It's $1 billion. I'm pretty sure I don't give a fuck after that. So, and come on. Like my wife would let me do it for $1 billion. Are you kidding? Like she'd encourage it. She'd be like, "You're gonna go do that, right?"
Don't forget. Don't spit, by the way, for the money you're getting.
Oh my god. So yeah, me wearing a tutu and twerking isn't too much to ask of me, actually. So I guess I'm a whore. I'm sorry.
Jason's like, well, it's only a few dollars for mouthwash.
Yeah, that's right, damn it. Right? You know what I could do? I could live on a
I said I would wear a kilt and do the dab, do a jig. If I was
Nice.
gonna pass the 15K on the Blood Hunt and I didn't, I'll probably do it. If I pass the 20K on this one, I'll probably say I'll buy a kilt and do a jig. Like in the Last Boy Scout type of thing.
Yeah, that's the best movie, man.
I
That's
love
a
that
great
movie.
reference. That's a great reference. Do you ever circumvent anything? You ever use that line where, do you know how to circumvent an alarm? What's circumvent? And he kicks the fucking door open and he goes, see, it's circumvented.
Yeah. Dude, it's one of my favorite movies. I love it.
It's one of the best movies. I love that.
I like the
movie.
end of it. What the fuck is he doing? I think
Hey,
he's
old Pop.
dancing a jig.
He was live in the madness. That's right, Pops.
That's right.
Oh, I need to do an intro video for the Sunday ones with that. That's Sunday, and then give everybody like monster truck names.
That'd be awesome. I'm down with that.
That'd be
Down
fun.
with monster truck names.
So Chris looks always tired, no matter what time of the day it is. Yeah, I'm rough today.
It's West Virginia life, buddy. So it's okay.
He's still a rookie.
He's still oh my goodness. Brutal.
You'll get experience.
No.
He's working on it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Eventually you'll be able to sleep 4 hours and do a 20-hour day like us.
So let's tell our two commentators who are watching us live. There's literally 15 hours left in Hammer. You can back it and get us to essentially 150 backers. I think, are we? I don't even know what we're at right now. I can't see that very well.
We're at $10,159.
Oh, okay.
149 backers and 14 hours left.
Yeah, I think in the 14 hours we should get to 150 for the backers. I mean, we should pop up one more or two more.
Hey, maybe we can get one in this stream. That'd be awesome.
It would be amazing. I mean, the next stretch goal is at 13K, and that gets everybody color postcards, 5 of them, and all different types of stuff that I've painted essentially to give away to people. I'm making little postcards of it so people can have it themselves also. So that's our next stretch goal. I'm going to be keeping my campaign open for at least another month. And then once I close it out, I'll be, as I said before, I'll be shipping some of the large robots, so the Dragar and stuff will be going. Anything that's big and is going to be separate from the comic book themselves will go out to all the backers. And then once I get the books printed up, probably sometime, I don't know, a month after I've closed, I will start fulfilling that stuff and hopefully get everything to everybody by Christmas, unless it does really well. I mean, that's the only other thing. If it starts, hey, Yoda, if it starts doing a little better and we can get to the 15K mark while it's in demand, I'll pass that third book on. I'll wait to print everything, get Glenn Fabry to wrap up that cover, and we'll get essentially a third book out to everybody for free.
We'll jump on it now, guys.
Yeah. That's a good thing. So each order comes with 2 8x10 prints, a little card of Star of Asgard, It also comes with the embroidered Hammer logo patch and the 11x17 Joe Benitez color poster. So, I mean, you get everything.
Soul's asking, does the big stuff include the Lokis?
Yeah, I gotta cast those up for everybody. So the big stuff will be the Dragar first, then the Lokis, and then all the comics from there. And all the extra goodies from there. So the Lokis will come right behind the Dragar.
Okay. Yeah, so well, for anyone who might not have seen you on like all the like 20 million shows you've been on so far, why not give a little pitch?
So Hammer of Post Ragnarok Tale is essentially Tank Girl and Mad Max mixed with Thor and the Nordic gods showing up. So the world has ended here on Earth. We've had our society has crashed. A series of events has begun to root the people on Earth in the Nordic mythology. And the fabled weapons of the gods begin to rain down upon Midgard, and humans start to wield some of the magical elements that rain down. So the weapons like the hammer Mjolnir or Thor's, gauntlets or whatever. It could be Odin's spear, for Christ's sakes. So this story is the first issue. It's set for 10 whole issues. I want to bring 3 or 4 issues a year to people so that we can get this done in the next year or 2 years, 2.5. And, essentially get this sold and have it made into a wonderful movie or some type of show or something. It has a bunch of twists and turns in it. I can't really tell people too much about it besides go buy it, because if I keep talking about it on the 20 million streams that I've been doing, people will start putting together most of the story.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to just buy the bastard. It's like $20 plus shipping. You guys could spare $20. You waste $20. So you waste $20 on stupid shit. Go waste $20 on something that's good.
We already backed this, Chris, right?
Yeah, you both backed. You're both awesome.
Yeah, you added something here, didn't you? Since you were
here. Yes, I did. So at the 30-day mark, I added a extra thing. So, and this is the Super Dragar edition kit. I'll put it together for you if you're not experienced in putting stuff together and painting it. I can do that all myself, but this is an $800 kit. It's 11.5 inches tall. It comes with both signed comics. It comes with a sketch, and it comes with a Loki head resin casting. So you kind of get a bunch of stuff with it. It's a fairly good deal. I haven't sold any of them. I think it's because people need to see them painted. Like, if I painted one up for them and showed them, they would be like, oh, hell, I'll buy it. So I just don't think they saw it that way. Anyways, that was added. And then I added to the last perk, which is the cover perk, that if you purchase that, you get a Loki head, you get the comics, you get an 8x10 sketch, and you get a Super Dragar Snowblood edition. And the original Benitez art.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you added a lot of more value then on this one.
I did. I really wanted to make sure that people understood that they get usually the tier above it too. So it kind of builds like a pyramid. And I still don't have any takers, but that's okay. I could always keep that art. I don't have to sell it. It can be mine forever, or I can give it back to Benitez and he can do whatever he wants with it.
Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff you do. You could put it up as a tier on future campaigns or anything.
Sure, I could do that too. I might, or I might just hold on to it because I feel in my heart, like, and usually I'm not this kind of person. I literally feel like this is something big, and I don't know how to express it other than to do it. And if my continued success on my campaigns is proof of that, then you'll all see. It's going to be bigger than me at some point, and I'm hoping for that. And I'm not a person who prays, but I definitely see what this could be.
Soul says, yes, I did go and back the Loki tier a bit after the last show. Oh, awesome.
Yes, you did. So, yeah, you'll be getting that right after I get the Dragars out. I still have to see how many I have to cast up, obviously. So we'll know more in about a month. So expect something within the next month and a half or two. So
no, you
I'm
just
still
stopped.
there.
You just stopped
Are you
talking,
there?
Chris. You're good.
Okay.
No,
That's
if you
okay.
continue, you were cutting out. If you you cut out like twice when you were talking.
Oh, I did. I cut out.
Yeah, you froze up
Oh,
for a second.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So I should be shipping out Loki heads and Dragars within the next month and a half or 2 months. So that's about where I'm at with that. So I'm waiting to see how many people buy them. We're almost done, but this campaign's going in demand for about another month. So I guess it's fairly rare. We were talking about that first time campaigns don't usually back, especially if you're kind of nobody. And I'm a nobody. I can agree with that. I haven't done a lot that has been super high profile and been rallied around by the community, but I have a name that's been around for a long time in comics, and even my real name is affiliated to comics, and this is my art name that I use. So even both of them are. So it's not. I've always been an artist. I've always been around. I always thought that if given the opportunity like this, where I can show what I got and put all of myself into it, I would, of course, be a success based upon the fans and the eyeballs I got onto it. And I've never had somebody tell me that I wasn't a good artist. So, and, you guys just punctuated that fact by essentially backing me my first time out. So you validated me as an artist. And that feels good. I love that shit.
I think that's one of the like I was saying in other stream, one of the best thing that happened with CG is the fact that they opened doors to people to be interested in new creation. Before, artists like us, we would create our own stuff, and people would go, "Can you do a Batman? Can you do a Superman? Can you do this?" Now people are interested in new characters and new creations, not just what's already the status quo, which is something that has unprecedented. It hasn't been done. Like even Image didn't succeed into doing that.
Right. No, it's true. It's true, man. So it's a way for us to stop competing for singular jobs that companies we won't be able to most likely get into, to do our own thing and still be successful at it and still retain our rights to the property.
We have the chance that the forefathers of comics did not have. They had to actually go and sell almost their soul to a publisher to have their thing out there to be read, while we have the possibility of doing it ourselves.
That is very true, and I knew that the one thing I knew is good art would dictate how well I did. So, and if everybody knew it was one person doing it, it's me. It's just me. I did it. I drew it. It's not being farmed out to a bunch of different people. What you see is what you get. That is important too. And I'm just grateful that at 48 almost years old, I'm able to do this. I literally am able to take something that I love and just really put it out there and put it on Front Street, so to speak.
Do you know one of the things that I think is funny, patterns, right, in history? If you look at the American comics, right, and the European movement, remember you had the Kirby, right, that Marvel, the start of Marvel and the DC. You had, Mobius with Heavy Metal, Metal Hurlant, and all those other guys, right? Did you notice that it's all artists that have worked for companies, and when they reached their 40s, they went, I'm done with this shit, and let's just revamp everything. So this is what this is. And if you look at it, it's all people in their late 30s, early 40s, and we're like, that's time to build.
Right. It is. It's time to play with our own toys and to show everybody what we got. So and I agree. So this movement is a incredible movement. And as much as I enjoy a lot of aspects of it, I do not enjoy the toxic aspect because it, of course, isn't helping anything, right? So
true, but in anything that happens, there will always be a negative side of it. We just have to be able to just plow through and keep going, not let it drag us down.
Right. I just, the only thing I think we have control of in our lives is our reaction to something, and
it's also the control of we decide, right, what affects us. If we decide if they have power over us, what they're saying, and in the end they don't, unless you do. You give it to them.
That is correct, my friend. So absolutely. So yeah, we're punching through, making things go today. And
the next stretch goal you said was at 13K, right?
Yes, the next goal is at 13K.
So let's get it there. Come on, we can do it.
Yeah. 13K is the next goal, and then 15 after that. And that gets everybody an extra comic with a Glenn Fabry cover. So
does the stretch goal still apply once you're in demand, or you turned them off?
Well, I didn't think about that. Somebody had asked me if I was gonna if we reach the stretch goal during the time that we're in demand, would I fulfill that? And I think I should, but that means everybody has to wait longer, right? So that kind of bums people out. But the people who are waiting also get a free comic with an awesome Glenn Fabry cover. So, I mean, is it worth the wait to them? I think it will be. So it would have to significantly go up in the next week or two for me not to pull it at the end of that month. So it has to make it halfway in the next 2 weeks to 1,500 in order for me not to pull that plug in that month.
Our friend Hex Allen just back. He's back on number 150.
I'll refresh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There you
go. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Dude, you're a great guy. You're a great guy, and your book looks amazing. I really like the character. And I like the premise of it. I'm very interested in it, so I can't wait to have it.
Yeah, I'm a lore junkie, so your whole idea you've got going on with the blend of Nordic mythology with a Mad Max thing really kind of makes me want to dig in to it, see what it's all about.
It's like a
Well, it's
gothic as Guardian.
Right,
Mhm.
exactly. It's definitely gonna be a different feel, man. I like the gritty aspect of it. I can't wait to show you guys my version of hell. Like that's my biggest thing is introducing these villains and characters and stuff that I get to draw for everybody. And I really am an interesting designer, and I like taking things like to the next level. And that's what differentiates my work from standard like comic book people who like Dave Finch and Benitez. And I'm willing to take it as far as it is necessary to get across my point. And if that means, I have to draw disgusting characters or really overly designed characters or things like that, I'll do it because it serves that function. And here's another thing. I knew that this book was going to do well when people out of nowhere started offering me art for free. Like they literally were throwing art at me. Like, I want to draw your character. I have had in the last 60 days probably 20 different people draw my characters. That blows my mind. Okay. Like, I've never had a situation where somebody was like, this impresses me so much and gets me so excited, I want to draw it. And when it's like that, like that's a whole nother level of admiration and it's just different. And I dig it, man. I've had some pretty cool people draw stuff, including Sim. You drew some stuff last time we were on.
Yeah, I did a few sketches.
Yeah, they were super nice.
I'm probably going to be doing something, but it's just a question of time right now.
Yeah, when you start getting all that fan art in and stuff, that's when you start to realize how popular it is.
It blew my mind, man. And I keep telling my wife, I keep going, people keep drawing me stuff. I know, like, when something's hot, when people just want to draw your shit. And I'm down. I'm down. So I never tell anybody no. I always take it. Sim's version of hell is being locked in the library without a copy of Metabarons. I agree.
Yep.
No, Soul, don't mention it.
Yeah, one of the best comics there is.
Which Metabarons? The one Travis did?
No, in
general.
The Travis one was great, but I mean the one by Juan Jimenez, the original. Yeah, that one is awesome.
That is awesome. That's pretty freaking amazing, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Stefani. I'm getting ready to message Rob and set up a day to have him and Stefani on the morning roast.
A sexy date? You're setting up a sexy date?
Well, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, Rob needs to be there to translate.
Yeah.
Because I've learned a bit of Spanish, but not good enough to compensate with a Puerto Rican. What is it? Portuguese? Portuguese.
Yeah.
Portuguese. That's going to be a lot of fun. That'll be something new. Trying to have like somebody translate while we interview them. That'll be neat.
That's awesome. But do you know anybody who speaks Portuguese?
Yeah,
Rob Muerto. We're gonna have him and Stefani on, and Rob's gonna translate for us.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Stefani is the guy with what's the name of the book again? The big sorcerer wizard.
Thomas Moria.
Yeah.
Wizard.
Nice.
The art's pretty good on it. Yep. Sold. Posted it there.
Nice.
For hire.
Nice.
Oh, David's here. Hello, sir. The one with the guys out gravity was the best art, in my opinion.
The guy without gravity was the best art, in my opinion.
I'm guessing that's a Metabarons thing.
Oh, that could be so. I haven't seen all that stuff, so I know what it is, and I think I have.
Yeah,
or-
there's
or
there's
used it.
there's one of the Meta Baron that when his mom was pregnant, she got shot with epinephrine, and that made him weightless. So when he was born, he was weightless. So the part of his body that he sacrificed, right, was his feet. Then they gave him those cybernetic feet that also had claws. So that was one of them. Yeah. Like that's what I
You
like
are
about the Meta Baron is that every one of them had a dilemma to kind of like reproduce, right? Like
right.
one of them was like it always had to be a boy. So imagine one of them is like it's twins, but one's brain dead and the other one's okay, but it's a female. What happens then? Or
Oh,
one of the Meta Baron lost his junk, so how does he reproduce? You know, it's different things like that all the time. Maybe later.
that's funny actually. I never really considered or thought about the whole Meta Baron situation and how they deal with some of those types of situations. Like it's a probably because I'm not versed enough to. Like I think the only Meta Baron thing I've ever seen was the Travis Charest stuff, and I probably need to be more well versed. So
the Travis Sherritt one is considered out of series. It's like an extra book that goes a bit after the original series by Jodorowsky and Jimenez.
okay. Well, then if it's not canon, then I haven't seen shit.
It's canon. It's just like what they call out of series, meaning it's one book by itself there as an extra add to the lore, right?
So it's like a standalone book?
Yeah, it's a standalone book. But if you want to really, find the original one, you go on Amazon and you can get it for like between $40 to $60. You get a big book by Jodorowsky and Jimenez, and you get the entire story of it.
You should be sorry, Soul. You should be very sorry.
No, he's not sorry. He's doing it. He's doing it purposely every time.
No, it's okay, man. It's you got to educate the peoples. I agree. Yeah. I agree, man.
As often as Tim talks about Meta Barons and whatnot, at this point it's like brainwashed or propaganda.
Hey, CG is great because we got people educating on European comics and manga. Expand your world.
I've always been a big fan of the dead line. That is, the European line weight when you're drawing something like Mobius used it and Jeff Darrow and stuff like that. It's just this perfect, clean, simple line. And it forced you to actually draw better because you can't cheat with just the simplest line. Sometimes you can get overwhelmed with details on something, and although it may look cool at the time, if form isn't correct, it literally destroys the drawing at that point. If it can't look good with a simple line weight around it and you have to add a bunch of gimmicks to it, then there's something inherently wrong with the drawing itself and it needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
So
and sometimes it's easier and faster to just like instead of fighting, fixing the drawing.
Right.
Just I just copy paste, put it in blue line, and redraw the goddamn thing. Use it as a reference and just try to make it more organic. And usually that goes faster, and you get what you want. And you'll other than spending a few hours trying to fix it.
Right. If you're using digital, that's advantageous, of course. So, but if you're not, then pull up some reference on your phone. Do whatever you have to do,
and push those pencils to closest to perfection. So you don't have those mistakes, do you?
Absolutely. I of course do. Yes. I struggle with drawing in general, even though it doesn't seem like I do. I very much so have my struggles with two-dimensional art. Not so much with sculpting. Like sculpting to me is so easy because nothing's changing. Like the light isn't changing. I'm just adding or subtracting the clay to make something look
You don't have to
three-dimensional.
fake. You don't have to fake volume. You don't have to fake. Like
Right.
you put line direction to play with the eyes. You don't have to do those. Trick the reader's eye into believing that it's actually a thing in front of them.
Correct. And I always struggled with the idea of, even though I draw very pretty and very well, I struggled with it and still do. So, it just goes to show, man, you can be good at being an artist, or at least the appearance of it. And you can still struggle with form. You can still struggle with all that stuff. So
it's not because you can draw too that you can do sequential. No, there's some that are amazing artists, but when you try to get them to do sequential, they can't for their lives.
Oh yeah. There's some people like my friend Alex Tuez, the guy who did the color piece about halfway down the campaign, with the Dragar, not this one, the other one. Yeah, that one. So the first thing he said to me, hold on, I have a Viticus urbanus flying over right now. Okay, there we go. So he is a concept designer, so he jumps from character to character to character whenever he does work. So he never has to do sequential art. And he was like, I don't understand how you can do sequential art and draw the same characters over and over and over again. And you know what? I couldn't for a long time. So that was my biggest problem with comics when I started drawing 25 years ago or 28 years ago when I was in comics, was keeping things consistent. And something can be dressed consistently, but when you turn a face from left to right, from 3/4 to up to down, whatever, that consistency is important. And I never felt I was good enough to do that until I got much older. So I literally 3 years ago started working on another project with another creator, did like 6 issues, and it was all about consistency, right, of the faces. And they all had to kind of look similar. I was able to do it, but I wasn't happy with it. And that's what kind of resulted out of Hammer. I'm trying to keep things super, super, super consistent, as much as humanly possible. I don't expect anybody to be a robot like Jeff Darrow and people like that who can just make things look amazing at every angle. I'm just doing what I can. So it's a struggle. That struggle is real for all artists. Follow today's guest on Twitter at Wonderovo. Yes, please.
What the hell? He goes, AKA he who talks to a thing can. Am I not sounding better now?
Yeah, that's with his new mic, Soul.
What, still sound like shit?
I don't think it sounds bad. I don't know though. Maybe. Who do you think, Jason? Does he sound bad through his new mic?
Who, Sam?
Yeah.
No, man, you sound good. You sound like you.
I thought it sounded better because I just got a new mic. The other one sounded robotic all the time.
It's probably because it's because you're in Canada.
Yeah, they're trying to prevent me from talking to you guys.
That's right. It has to go through a robot before it gets to us. It's unfortunate.
They're trying to make sure that there's no Russian interference.
That would be nice.
Did you sell all your jogger tier again and have to put up another one?
I did. They went crazy over it. And I did end up putting up a third one, which I haven't sold any of. So it's just kind of floating. So they snatched up all those, man. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, people are really liking them. I can't believe them.
And I know that.
And this You did this piece, yeah?
Of
This
course.
artificial piece, yeah.
Yes, that's me.
It's really good work.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Oh, what's he say here to Sam? He says, "I'm sorry, but all I can think of are children who use cups with cords for food."
Sorry, I'm asking. And it's not because it's upsetting me. I'm just trying to make sure that everything's. I'm also playing with the settings. It's a new mic. Like I bought a SteelSeries RT3, so I'm still trying to set it up.
I think it sounds good. I think the range at which your voice is being projected through it is a good range. There's lots of mid tones, and it's good, man. I think you sound decent. You sound fine. Wow, I'm at 150, man. That's pretty amazing to me. 150 backers, 5 figures, first time out the door. I have so much like awesomeness on the horizon for this campaign, and I'm really, really looking forward to doing it. Like, each issue gets progressively better as I do it, and I'm just genuinely excited about this in a way that I've never been excited about any other thing I've ever done. It's the culmination of my life experience essentially thrown into a single book. And, $10,000 is $10,000, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm not trying to look a gift horse in the mouth, essentially. It's a good achievement for somebody who was essentially working at Michael's like 3 years ago. Right. It's
that excitement that you have, that's going to translate certainly into the book itself and in the quality, and then people are going to get it and they're going to enjoy it, and then your next campaign will just keep growing.
I'm expecting to double my next campaign, so I'll of course offer number 1 again with a new cover so that people can have that experience and not miss out. And of course, we'll have the second issue also. Go ahead.
I just wanted to highlight that it's one of the reasons why it's good that we all technically intermingle, right? And build our little channels and connection, not just trying to build our channel, build connections like we are right now. Because before we didn't have this, there was a lot of people coming in, running one campaign, and nobody would even see their campaign pass on Twitter. Mm-hmm. Now we got to a point where people can come in and succeed like this on their first try, which is pretty goddamn amazing.
It is amazing. Like back in the day, you would have had to have asked your friends and family to support you to do something like this. And essentially, none of my friends and family, maybe a couple, like a handful, decided they wanted to contribute small amounts to the campaign, whether it be a book or something like that. And I'm down for that, but I was also down for doing it on my own. Like that's the thing. Like if you can do it this way, then the future looks bright at this point. And I could go from doing $10,000 campaigns to easily doing like $20,000 or $30,000 campaigns.
Yep.
So it'll definitely, and I can't wait till we get to the point where I can offer it as a hardcover, awesome graphic novel, like probably in a slipcase, probably printed oversized. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, man. Yeah. Like five and 5. Right. That's where I'm at, man.
Oh yeah, can you imagine what it's going to be like when you finally get to the end of the series and you do a big collected version? It'll be all fancy. Because you'll have so much demand for it. Oh,
I'm going to be just like that whale, man, rubbing myself up against that glass. Yeah,
it's one of the things I wanted to do at the end, at the end of the first series of Not the Merc, right, was to make one big hardcover deluxe edition type, right? mixing Delta and adverse. And if there's a story that happens during, put it, move it there. Kind of make everything a bit more linear.
Right.
As a big one book. Yeah. I thought that would be awesome.
What it just makes me want to like rub my nipples on the glass. Like
I know.
like
the cable
oh, Johnny. Ah! Yeah. Like midnight what's it? Express. Midnight Express. That was that freaking movie. It bites that guy's tongue out. Yeah.
Like
all for hash, man. All for hash. That was hash. It wasn't heroin. He got thrown in a Turkish prison for hash. What the hell? Like, if that movie wasn't the biggest piece of crap propaganda, like back in the day and age, oh my God. Yeah. I saw that movie when I was a kid. It was nuts. Midnight Express, y'all. Check that shit out.
Yeah, I haven't seen that movie in so long.
That was a good movie. It was crazy, but when I was a kid, like I saw that the guy was smuggling drugs, but I didn't know what kind of drugs. And then when I got older and I saw it, I was like, it was hash. They stuck him in prison for 20 years for hash. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, that is the stupidest thing in the whole world. I don't get that at all. So especially in Turkey, of all fucking places, okay? Come on. Give me a fucking break. Like, how corrupt do you have to be at that point to be throwing people?
Shishas. Come on.
Right. That shit's crazy. Oh man, Chris, you still look tired. What the hell, man?
Well, I mean, for me, I'm actually going back to work tonight after being on vacation. So,
oh, buddy.
So this would technically be around my sleeping time. So that's probably why I look tired.
Oh, okay. So we should probably wrap this up soon and get you into bed. Give you a little cuddle or something.
It's all good. I normally have a hard time sleeping anyway.
Run the trailer though.
Oh yeah, you can watch my terrible trailer. I'm thinking of changing it at the end of the campaign during the in-demand process. So, and making it much louder and scarier. So,
okay, I'll go ahead and play it.
Got turn that shit up, buddy.
Oh, dang it! Come on now, start over.
Asgard has fallen. Ragnarok has come, and the mighty hammer Mjolnir is moving ever closer to Midgard. The hammer seeks a new master, this one in the form of a golden Valkyrie by the name of Star. Born of the wasteland, a scrapper now burdened with the mighty hammer, Star must survive insurmountable odds. She must rise to the challenge and take her rightful place among the old gods. Loki, the grinning god and his loyal acolytes, will raise Valhalla to gain the power of Asgard's most powerful artifact. And hell awaits.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I could see what you're saying about the audio being kind of low.
Oh yeah, I gotta fix it. I guarantee by my second campaign, it'll be a different story what my stuff looks like and what I'll be putting up there. I think I'll be a lot more energetic and I'll get in there and be like, Star Hammer of Asgard, and the mighty hammer shall rule the wasteland. And I'll do my best like Winston Churchill or something. We'll see. I can go like Sean Connery. We can go, if he pulls a knife, you pull a gun. That's the Chicago way.
She will fight them on the beaches.
We'll fight them in the air and in the sea. We shall never surrender. Yeah, we need to play some Maiden after that.
Mhm.
That's right. That's right. We need some Iron Maiden. What was that?
It's called my working playlist.
Oh, nice. I have a dream, a hammer dream. I have a dream of a hammer that shall someday come to me and do my golden bidding. I'm hoping so. I mean, maybe for the next campaign, I might actually sculpt and cast some hammers. I'm going to be talking to a foundry maybe about making the heads of the hammer, and then making a couple of them that have nice wood handles and are wrapped in leather. And
that would be cool.
Yeah, so everybody can beat the shit out of people with a hammer.
It's getting a little crazy up there. We might need one.
Yeah, it is getting nuts. How is it over in little town that you're in, buddy?
Oh, nothing really has changed.
Nothing. There ain't no civil unrest up there.
I think my mom told me that there was a couple, like kind of walks people did in support of Black Lives Matter when everything first blew up,
right?
Regarding that whole thing. I think she said there's like one or two walks that it's a group of people did, and then that was it. Everything was kind of back to life as normal.
No, I understand. So it's a little different here in California. Like I'm in a big community. Like Cypress is 40,000 people, just in Cypress, and then of course all the surrounding neighborhoods, which are like Hawaiian Gardens and Long Beach and Anaheim and Buena Park and stuff like that. They're huge communities. Millions of people live within, miles of where I am. It's been relatively peaceful. So we've seen a few walks and things like that, but no, nothing like they're getting up in central LA or, Minneapolis, Chicago, places like that. So New York, Washington, DC, which is, Virginia and the 4 districts. Anyways, so yeah, it's a little different out here. I think in California we're very aware that the whole pandemic thing is very serious, and a small percentage of people don't listen, but a large percentage here in California tend to just go along and put their little masks on and do their thing. And, for the most part, I'm grateful for that. So it's not too crazy. So I can appreciate not too crazy guys. Like, I'm not in the thick of things. I actually have another friend who's a creator where they were rioting outside his fucking house like a month ago. So when he called me up and was freaking out because, his whole street's on fire, I don't know what to tell him other than evacuate and get out of town. Essentially.
Yeah, I think if it was like that, I think I'd be like, okay, let's pack up our essentials and go to like a motel for a day or two or something.
Right. I think he wanted to go fishing was his thing. So I was like, oh man, ain't nobody gonna bother you out in the middle of nowhere. Go in the middle of nowhere. So do that. Can you guys still hear me okay? I'm outside. Okay.
We just have some background noise.
Yeah, there's just something happening in the background.
Yeah, it's the condenser for the air conditioner for the house. It kicks on about every, half hour or so. If it's annoying, I'll move. But if it's tolerable, then I'll just stay here.
Oh, you're good.
I'm good. Nice. So yeah, it's nice to see that, you know, people are kind of safe and able to maintain something that resembles a normal life for right now. And yeah, this is definitely a different era. And I keep thinking to myself, if I can sell comics during this time period in life, then once everything goes back to normal, I should be able to sell comics too. So that this isn't a bubble, that it's gonna get better.
Yeah, you were saying about those hammers. I think that is a really cool idea. My brother, he's always buying like, you know, the replica weapons from like movies or video games and all. And he had bought a hammer from of Thrall's hammer from World of Warcraft.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it was like a nice replica. It's heavy. It's a nice heavy replica and everything.
Yeah, I definitely want it to be quality if I do it. So it's a big thing to me. Like, if you're going to give somebody a hammer, it should be a functional hammer. Like, and the design of it has to be dead on, or else it'll definitely break. And I don't need that. So I most likely will end up sculpting it and seeing what kind of response I get, because all I have to do is sculpt the head of the hammer, and I already have the dimensions. It would be real easy for me to do, and then just take it to a foundry and have them cast in brass or something like that. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Maybe aluminum. I don't know. I could do the aluminum. Maybe I'd have to think about it. I could probably do the aluminum. You still there? We glitching?
No, we're good.
Okay. So yeah, there's 12 hours left in the campaign currently. We're doing a final push. It will go into demand after this for about 4 weeks. If we do reach our stretch goals while in demand, I will still meet those stretch goals. It will just take longer to get stuff out to people, unfortunately. But everything good in time, and the more money I make, the better, because that just means it gets to be my main job for the next 2 years, 3 years at most, and make it really shine. You know what that say? The sound's promising. I like the hammer design and the illustrations a lot. Thank you. I actually designed it after real Warhammers. I had realized that, you know, if I was going to do something, I couldn't just hand her Thor's hammer, that big block hammer that he has, that Marvel has made so popular. I had to do something different, and in doing so, that's what we got.
Yeah, it gives it a more realistic look.
It's true. And I don't deal with certain aspects of it, like it being infinitely heavy and stuff like that. Either it'll let you pick it up or it won't. If it doesn't want you to pick it up, it's usually because Odin doesn't want you to pick it up, and it just shocks the shit out of you. Like, that's what it'll do. It'll shock you into unconsciousness. And it has the power like cosmic behind it, essentially. Right? So I'm pretty sure that if with a weapon of that magnitude, that if it doesn't want to be picked up, it won't allow you to pick it up. And it doesn't have to be heavy to create that idea. You know, that was one of the other things. Like, I wanted to deal with it on my own terms, as opposed to the terms in which Marvel set up their Thor. So I don't want to have to fit within that premise, or anybody just say, well, it's a female Thor. No, it's more than that, actually. So once I start dealing out who her, mother is, or mothers, and all that stuff, you guys will understand that she's kind of an heir to the throne. So there's more to it than that.
Yeah. You want her to be kind of have that Norse mythology inspiration, but they kind of be her own character.
Right. She should not just be a Thor. She should be her own thing. That is correct. So, and that's what I did with her. That's my dream, is to turn it into this wonderful, stand on its own type comic. And hey, before it's too late, I want to give a shout out to Madman, my letterer. I want to give a shout out to Michael Acker, one of my biggest fans. I want to give a shout out to Chris and Sim for, of course, having me on the show back, and pound that subscribe button. I want to give a shout out to everybody who's backed me and made this possible on my first campaign, but also the people who are helping me build this campaign, like Jason Gonzalez, like Adam Lawson, the guy who does the kill journals, which I'm doing 6 pages on, so go back and sign up for that. And I just have a lot on my plate of goodness. No, not Jane Foster, not at all. So no, not Jane Foster. More like, she probably fits more what Valkyrie would have been than Jane Foster. So imagine Valkyrie from Thor Ragnarok. Like, just take her and give her a hammer, and that's my character, kind of there.
Now she's a scavenger, but she isn't going to be like that Rey character from Star Wars, is she?
No, I'm not going to make her like Rey. So she isn't some weird, energy connected to another Jedi type. No,
she's not a Mary Sue.
Yeah, she's not going to just be able to do everything, and
no, she has to build up her understanding of things. She has to. I mean, the first 5 issues are her kind of just getting this power, and then everybody kind of converging on her to take it from her in one way, shape, or form, and then her having to understand what this means, and then go through the actual trials of what it takes to become a real god, and then come out the back into that to finally meet head to head with a real god on their own terms. So that's 10 issues right there. And she has to ascend to this godlike power, but she has to understand it too. Like, there's a lot going on. The first 5 issues set up that whole story arc, and then the next 5 issues essentially give you that whole payoff and go through the whole transition of her becoming godlike. So she has to meet the challenge, essentially. So the true hero's journey.
oh, good.
Right?
Yeah, every time I hear talk that somebody says like, "Oh, we're not doing the traditional hero's journey" or something like that, I get real worried about something like that. Like, there's a reason why the traditional hero's journey kind of works.
Right. This is, it runs the guideline of the traditional journey, but inevitably, and I don't end up breaking it. Like, each issue kind of builds upon that. Did I say I was breaking it?
No.
Or you? Oh, okay.
No,
I
I'm
was.
talking about, like other people, like
Oh no! I would never. The Iliad was written, 2,000 years ago, or something like that, and or 1,500 years ago, and that's the true hero's journey. And for something to have that kind of resonance 1,500 years later means they did something right. So you should probably stick to it. That's right. Right there. Soul Lion. Okie dokie. Artichoke.
Sorry, I had to go for a few minutes. I had a phone call.
Okay. It happens. I didn't notice you were gone. I thought you were just listening to me ramble.
I came back a few minutes ago. It's just in case you guys talked to me while I was gone.
It's okay. We didn't. I just kept talking about stuff, and Chris is sleeping with his eyeballs taped open.
yep.
So might as well start thinking about closing.
Yeah, let's close it out, Chris. Like, I know you have to get some sleep. I know you have some work tonight, my bud. And I appreciate this last push in the last 12 hours of my campaign.
Yeah, that's like I said in the message. I wanted to try and help out, when you're in there and help you try to get you some more sales and more attention.
Yep.
Well, you're the man. You're the man. So I did. I got more sales. I'm up to 150 now. So, and I'm super happy. We're gonna keep this, rolling for the next month, guys. And if you don't back today, consider backing in the next month, and we'll start getting everything out to everybody. And as I'm wrapping up pages, I'm going to be doing live streams of me finishing up pages so everybody can see it, and or at least some of it. I don't want to give away too much. So if I'm doing something cool, I'll try to make sure I show everybody and keep everybody excited for this, and keep it moving.
So if Sim is this quiet on this show, he's usually AFK.
On this show, yes.
Yeah, pretty much. Normally, Kate gave him a shout out.
Yeah,
Doing the show with Chris, usually it's me waking up, so I'm not really like hard at work. I'm getting into it, so I'm more like, interactive. I'm more like,
Nice. It's okay. It's okay. It should be a kind of a quiet, tired day, man. So 60 days is a long time to pimp anything. And I feel like I need to sleep for like 3 or 4 days. And I do. I'm tired. And I'm old. And, I still have to finish up some stuff for some clients. Like, I help out a few people here and there doing commissions and stuff and helping them realize their projects. And so I have a few things I have to do today before I can climb into bed. But that being said, go back, Hammer. Go smash that like button on a Kino Subway. Go sexually harass Sims if you can. I know he'll enjoy that. And
It's not really harassment, though, if he likes.
No, it isn't. How about just
I'd rather you go check my campaign, tell some adverse and back it.
Yeah, do that too while you're at it. So back it and then send him a dirty comment. And I really appreciate everything everybody's done for me. And we're going to keep this going. I'm going to keep live streaming on my channel. So you can always go check me out at J Hammer Comic or J Crager Hammer Comic on YouTube, or you can follow me on Twitter at Vonderabo, J Crager, or Crager Jason on Instagram, or Jason Alistair Crowley Crager on Facebook. And you can reach me there if you have any questions about my campaign or anything else. Don't Don't be shy. Go ahead and reach out. I get back to everybody. If you have questions about art or want to learn something, you can always ask me that stuff too.
Oh, what's Soul here saying? He's saying, if we're wrapping up soon, I'll just post the Stereotype Busters pictures for Canada below, so those who are interested can have some fun with it. Okay.
Yeah, share my screen. I was
waiting
for like, showing my video, but this is what he shared.
Oh,
Top
okay.
Canadian stereotype. Truth revealed.
Oh,
Canadians say A all the times. Confirmed. I don't.
Hey, Hoser.
Canadians are polite and constantly apologizing. Rationalized. Okay. Canadians and Americans are the same. Busted.
No, I don't think we are.
Yeah. Canadians live in igloos. Busted.
Yeah, they don't.
Canadian police ride on horses. Busted. Canadian love beer. Confirmed. Canadians love hockey. Confirmed. I'm not that crazy. Hockey is violent and dangerous. Rationalized. Canadians are funny. I think they are.
Yes, they are. I think they're some of the funniest people on the planet. They really are. I mean, we can cite Ryan Reynolds. He's Canadian.
Yeah.
So I think he's
Jim
pretty
Carrey
funny.
was really funny too.
Yeah, he's
until he went
Canadian.
unrealistic.
Yeah. Isn't Randy Quaid, man? He's Canadian now, isn't he?
William Shatner.
He was funny. Yeah, William fucking Shatner, man. That guy, he should be on money. He should be on money.
Keanu Reeves.
Right, man. I want to rub myself on Keanu Reeves. Absolutely.
Oh yeah. From my side, before we close, sub, like, and share this channel and mine too. And go check out Tales from an Adverse. And this is the promo trailer that with the voiceover made by Red Gaze. So.
Tales from the Napverse. This ongoing anthology collects short stories introducing characters within the Napverse and are all connected to the main series, Nat the Murder. This 64-plus page perfect world anthology series collects short stories introducing Nat, Milani, Rose, Zed, and other characters within the Napverse that you'll get to know and love in this trailer. This volume contains 2 previously published Nat stories, as well as a previously published Helena Rose books introducing you to those characters. In addition, you'll also be receiving 2 brand new stories by Simon Sim Poitier. Royal Rumble, colored by 7 Legions Michael Deacon. Also, Nat and Zed, colored by Spartan Scotsman of Xenotype. Arm up and fire off into the Napverse.
Nice.